Hey YouTube, Ray here again. Smoking Chacom Royale. Now this is it's a shag type of tobacco comprised of red and bright Virginias with white burley and a little bit of Latakia. Um, Now this is my first Chacom blend that I have tried. I wanted to try them because it's just blends like I said before when I first got them. It's just blends that I always overlook them, but they have a great price, and I thought why not. So for this is one of those blends that it's a very kind of it's a hard blend to describe. Okay, the main thing you gotta do with this blend is you gotta smoke it. You gotta smoke it a lot in order to develop a taste for it. The taste of this blend changes the more you smoke it. It transforms. I think it kind of comes into its own, especially if you smoke it in the same pipe this whole time, like I have. I've been smoking in this pipe over a week now, and the flavors have changed compared to what I started with. So, with that being said, let's get into it. What am I tasting? Well, like I said, it's hard to describe. What I'm tasting here is every single leaf that's in here. I'm tasting. However, none of them really come through. It seems like they are, but they don't. If you can understand that, you have the Virginias that come in, and you sort of get that taste of the Virginia-ish taste, and you're thinking, okay, here come the Virginias, but then all of a sudden that stops, and then you get that taste of that burley comes in, but right behind it, it get this very you get this hint of Latakia that it has. Now the hint of Latakia comes in, of course, because it's very very small in quantity. The taste that you get is kind of like a very tart smokiness. Okay. However, because of the Virginias and the white burley that are in there, it sort of stops again. Where you probably would get a nice, not a nice taste of Latakia, but a taste of Latakia. It seems like it's gonna come in, and then it doesn't. Now, put all that together. What I'm getting here, what I get out of this, is a very Oriental-ish type taste that I'm getting from this tobacco. And another thing that I want to mention is that while I am getting this now, it's because I've been smoking it again in the same pipe for over a week. When I first started smoking this blend, I did not get that. I did not get any of those flavors. I was going back and forth between what I was getting. A little bit of Virginia here, a little bit of burley there. That the smokiness from the Latakia was coming in at times, and I wasn't catching on to what it really was until like a good 5 days later. All of a sudden, I started smoking it, and this flavor started coming out. A very fragrant, very not campfirey, but very woodsy fragrance started, coming out of the pipe. Rather enjoyable, but again, with a vegetably aftertaste that I always, unfortunately get from Oriental, so I don't really like it. But that is basically what I'm getting from this blend. And again, starting out, I didn't get that flavor. I didn't get any of those flavors. This is something that has come through me, I think, developing my taste for this blend as I have continued to smoke it. Um, would I ever buy it again? No. Not because I completely hated it. I really didn't, actually. I rather enjoyed it. But it does have that Oriental-ish taste that I don't like. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do. I do recommend it only because, like I said, this is one of those blends that changes flavor. And I think a lot of you might get even more out of this than I got. I know another thing that I do want to mention is this is one of those blends that I don't know if you guys do it, but I do it a lot. A lot of times I'll fill up a bowl and I won't smoke the whole thing. But instead of dumping it out when I'm done, what I do is I just put my pipe down, and I come back later at night or something like that, and I smoke the rest. I just dump the ash out and smoke the rest. A lot of times, the what's in the pipe really doesn't taste good anymore, so you do have to dump it out anyway, especially if it's some sort of aromatic or anything like that. And sometimes you don't. If it's a heavy latakia, you don't have to. You just light it up. The taste is the same. But this blend, on the other hand, this blend is a little different. With this blend, the taste does change. The Virginias become almost stoved Virginias, and it enhances the flavor a lot, and it does taste a lot better, actually. So that's another thing to keep in mind, I guess. So, yeah. Chacom Royale. All right, compadres, comadres. As always, thank you for watching. If you still are, vayan con Dios.